things here. We have come up with really notable deaths really in the world of sports and sports broadcasting. First off, last week, my second favorite baseball player of all time after Barry Bonds, Ricky Henderson, passed away, age 65. I was and am still a massive Ricky Henderson fan. To me, it's weird. He's in the Hall of Fame, obviously. He's got his flowers, but I feel like he's still underrated. Actually, it's weird. Like I remember my first exposure to Rick Henderson was actually playing, the old MLB game. I think it was MLB 1990 with my cousins back in the day, and I used to always use Oakland A's solely because I wanted to use Ricky Henderson with him and Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco, and that dude was so fast. That dude was an automatic stolen base every time. But he also was a phenomenal hitter too. Also, so he would just as fast hit you a home run, a leadoff home run as fast as he would steal a base. So that was my first exposure to Ricky Henderson. And the dude was just phenomenal. Love the guy. Got his flowers, Hall of Famer, whole nine. And to me, he still feels underrated, honestly. But yeah. And then the other one, which really gutted me, 2 days ago we found out broadcasting legend Greg Gumbel passed away, age 78, of cancer. I have and will always be a massive Greg Gumbel fan. I obviously, as someone who does podcasting, has been doing media for years, who's been obsessed with media, whether it's broadcasting, journalism, to me, I've always been since I was a child. Greg Gumbel was actually one of the first. To be honest with you, when I first got into football in 1990, my first exposure to the NFL football was actually the NFL on CBS with Greg Gumbel and Terry Bradshaw. So Greg Gumbel for me has always been such a constant in my life as someone who follows sports media and broadcasting for years. Who there's certain people that stand out for years for me. Like I always talk about how like Pat Summerall as a play-by-play guy, John Madden, obviously Jim Nantz is phenomenal what he does. Al Michaels, I'm a huge fan of the Monday football team. Al Michaels, Dan Dierdorf, and Frank Gifford. Sorry. Greg Gumbel is always a constant. Greg Gumbel, obviously football, NFL on CBS. He's doing NBA, NBC for a little while too. Also, I remember his famous John Stockton, the famous shot that John Stockton hit against the Rockets in the 1997 Western Conference Finals, Game 6 to send the Jazz to the finals against the Bulls. He made that call. The Tuck Rule game, he made that call too. Also, so Greg Gumbel has been there for a lot of big sports moments for me. March Madness, obviously, too, in the studio and on play-by-play. I actually loved Greg Gumbel with Dan Dierdorf on CBS in the later years. Well, I say later, so ML CBS took like a couple years hiatus after when Fox got the rights to the NFC in 1994. So CBS lost the NFC for a couple years, and then CBS got back NFL 4 years later and got the AFC. And Greg Gumbel and Dan Dierdorf did the AFC games. I love Dan Dierdorf and Greg Gumbel together. He will be missed, man. He'll be missed. I know he was sick. Obviously, I haven't seen him on TV for a year. I mean, we know why, obviously. Missed that dude, man. That guy was, oh my gosh, definitely my Mount Rushmore. So, anyway, I'll do it for this podcast.